I think YouTube's broken. What up, David? This must be a new feature. Is your homepage for YouTube working? Mine's not. I done checked it on two devices and the computer. Been working on some racks today. Phew. I just got home about an hour ago. Let me turn this green screen stuff off. You doing all right, man? I don't know if this thing's on. Can you hear me? What up? Oh, good. Done commercial HVAC and refrigeration install at a gym or C-store type places. Can't be much different. It's not that much different. Chris, I was wondering because my homepage wouldn't pull up, and I got on the internet to read about it. I updated my app and everything, but they said it was probably just a node or something in my area. So I got on with my VPN, and it works fine. Hmm. How's y'all's day been? Yeah, I couldn't get mine to work on desktop, phone, or anything, but I turned my VPN on and it works. I don't know where my VPN's saying I'm at, but maybe it's just a US problem. See that video I put up earlier broke the internet, bro. Figured there'd be some people mad about the college stuff, but I got plenty of buddies. It's wasted money on college. I wouldn't say they wasted it. They paid a lot of money for something they don't use. That's for dang sure. But we got a guy that works in our office that's got a like a 5-year business degree or something, and he's a pipe fitter. I worked at a grocery store all day today, figured out a bunch of issues, and still got to go back tomorrow. I slept my day away. Got to get used to working nights. Yeah, I feel you. Like I wasted money on school. Yeah, you'll make it back in the trades, right? Maybe. Hope you didn't go in too much debt. And if you did, hopefully you got that debt paid back. Yeah, I got one of my longtime good friends. He's got like a 4-year degree, and he don't use it. I went to college and then realized I hate sitting in an office and learned HVAC and then refrigeration. I make more money now too. A big waste for me to get a degree. I hear it from a lot of people, man. Got a buddy of mine's kid, 16 years old. He's smart, mechanically inclined, and they're pressuring him to go to college. And I was talking to him. I'm like, what, you don't want him to do what you do? I was like, think about how far ahead he would be here in a few years having you as his mentor. No, I want something better for him. Maybe he'll get something better. I don't know. But I know a bunch of people went and got a college degree and they're making good money, doing something they love to do. GI Bill. Good call. Good call. I don't have any regrets about the trades. I just wish I'd have gotten the union back when I was a young whippersnapper. I'd be retiring here in about 5 years. I could have learned it all through YouTube. I've learned a lot through YouTube. I'm not going to lie. It definitely got me further ahead a lot quicker. I can remember when I got into this and there wasn't any, content on this stuff on YouTube. But over the years, it started, picking up. If I'd have had YouTube when I was real young doing this, I'd have been a lot further ahead. It is rough. I tell people all the time. Sometimes it's not the age that's rough on you, it's the mileage. I got a few hard miles, especially when we were doing install. Overnight install, stuff like that. Phew, it wear you down. Late nights in Walmart, other grocery store chains, and not to mention all the after hour service calls. Yeah, this thing's definitely broken. I've only had 4 people come in here. Oh no, YouTube broke. The world's gonna end. Oh, we got 5 now. Maybe YouTube got fixed. Let me refresh the old computer here and see if it's working. Hey, it's back up. There we go. They got it fixed. The internet said it's typically down for 10 to 45 minutes, and I think we were about 45 minutes. You know, Chris, I've done that too. I learned several years back on a call. Uh, I wanted to get home and get a little bit of sleep so I could get back up. This was before I was non-union. I didn't want to lose the overtime, but fell asleep, ran off the road, ended up pulling over at a rest area, slept in my truck for a couple hours, started heading back, and I was just so wore down. I fell asleep again, pulled over at another rest area, slept another couple hours. Finally made it home, but it was after that I said I got a family and I don't want to risk that no more. So if it gets to where I get sleepy, I just pull off and go to sleep. Back when I had a van, I used to keep a hammock, one of those like hammocks that campers or whatever backpackers keep. I'd tie it up to my headache rack and the little door latch up in the ceiling on the back doors, sleep in my hammock. I did that so many times. But now I'm in a truck. I can't really do that. I can recline the seat. But since I've been in a truck, I don't think I've had to stay out too late. I think the latest I've gotten back's like maybe 4 or 5 in the morning. Oh yeah, if you're doing night work on a pipe crew or something, I've seen most guys in this trade that I've worked with. Man, honestly, you can get real good at brazing within a couple of months. A lot of guys, when they start brazing, they want to get that flame right up on the pipe, and that's not really what you want to do. Uh, when you look at your flame after you learn how to adjust your flame, it's going to be the hottest right up at the tip after the blue part, the real condensed blue part of the flame. And you'll learn to work your flame around the pipe, and you try to get your flame to curl around the pipe. You'll figure it out once you start doing it a lot. But it ain't bad. It's pretty easy once you get used to it. A lot of guys just get shaky because they've not had experience with it. But you'll settle in. You'll do good. You just got to get time with the torch in your hands. You'll learn what a good weld looks like. You'll get your heat signature on the pipe and see how far the solder pulled into the joint. Good welds, depending on the size of the fitting, obviously, but good 3/8 to half inch. Fill the whole cup up. Yeah, doing nights. I know what you're going through. It's a bit of an adjustment. Are you getting paid a time and a half for doing nights? You know, a lot of the times I've been out doing nights, it's a time and a half pay the whole time you're on the clock. I hope so, anyway. And doing installs, you get to touch everything. You get to build boxes, get to run the pipe, get to hang evaporators, set units, probably do electrical, terminate, evaporators and condensers and all that good stuff. So it's really good for learning. A lot of people can learn a lot on doing installs. At least you get to see how the system goes together and how it works. It'll also help you learn how to move the gas around because how everything's routed. That's one of the biggest things when you get into working on racks, when you got to service them, like change filters or, you know, fix a leak or whatever on something. You need to know how to move the gas and where to move the gas safely. I'd say startups and installs helped me a lot over the years. I think my family's done eating dinner. I'm about to go in here and hang out with them for a little bit. Let's figure I'd get on here and see what everybody's doing. I didn't know YouTube was broken until I went to use it. I thought it was just me. Shoot, man, y'all take it easy. I'll probably try to do a live during the day tomorrow. Oh yeah, CO2's fun. It's it's refrigeration. It's just a little bit different. Depends on if it's subcritical or transcritical. Most everything I've seen is transcritical, which really ain't that critical unless you're in an environment where it gets above, 86, 87 degrees, where that CO2 becomes a transcritical state where it's not liquid or gas. So the biggest difference is you got a gas cooler. You don't actually condense in the condenser. It condenses when it hits the flash tank. But in higher pressures, you got a couple special valves. And of course, you need to make sure your hoses and all that stuff's rated for CO2. That's the biggest thing. But I like transcritical booster systems. It's pretty cool. It's the way of the world, man. It's going that way. We'll have lots of CO2. And that stuff's really efficient in cool climates. I know they put transcritical stuff in my area and even further south, but honestly, like southern Florida, they don't benefit from transcritical other than the environmental. Uh, the warmer it is, the less efficient it is. But like, I'd say if you cut the United States in half, top to bottom, everything, top half, cooler climates, they save a lot of money when they switch over to CO2. Definitely. Makes sense. You have like two compressors run a whole store. Pretty sweet. That's true, Chris. Yes, sir. They will blow off some charge. Luckily, all the stores have it usually. I've not. I've done a bunch of work for Aldi and Publix, and they usually keep plenty of gas on site, so you can at least fill it back up. But yep, once that CO2 stuff's getting cooled off, it'll blow off. Oh, I bet after the hurricanes. Yeah, I've had one power outage. Uh, I think it was at a Publix. We had to charge it back up after they got the power back on. But sad thing is that store had a backup generator for the refrigeration, and the transfer switch didn't transfer. But yeah, it blew it off. I threw I think like four torpedoes of gas in it, and it was good to go. Oh, I bet in Arizona, yeah, it is. It's going to be the life everywhere eventually. I'd say we won't see much else by 2035 except for, which they've already put the stuff into effect. All new systems are going to be transcritical. Only existing, big stuff will be CFCs or HFCs. Get them, David. I don't know what's up with these people. There's some funny characters out there in the world. I don't know if they're kids or just weird. Yeah, some of the ultra low temp stuff I work on, little self contained cascades. Uh, they use like 404 for the first stage and R290 for the second stage to get down to like -80, -100 C. Gets cold. I know. I didn't know R290 would get that cold, but that stuff will get cold, real cold. My daughter gave me. I'm gonna get off here, guys. Appreciate you checking in. Probably see you guys tomorrow. I'll definitely get some good videos up of the last few days of me working on this store I took on. My old Tyler rack's just in there kicking. I got in today and fixed a bunch of problems. They had the staging on the compressors all messed up and programming was all whack. They were running the suction temperature at like 7 degrees on a medium temp rack. And they had the target at 40 psi. I'm 404. So I went in there and played controller boy for a little while and got the rack finally running. That dude's gonna save a bunch of money on power once this thing runs for a little while. He said, I don't know what's going on. Ever since that other company took on my stores, my power bills have been through the roof. Take my boots off. I ain't even taking my boots off. Yeah, Chris and David, man, appreciate y'all checking in. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be safe. Get some sleep when you can. Peace.